Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 10th. You have this Roots of Abundance card and this Time Machine card. Love it. Definitely very positive. Could be more abundance coming in for you. The funny thing about that Time Machine card is I do feel a lot of people right now are kind of like in that mindset of, I wish I knew then what I know now. Type of energy where it's like people are wishing that they knew certain things in the past that could be could be improving their life now. And so I do feel that energy for a lot of people. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, but definitely could be more abundance coming in for you. I mean, your readings have basically been saying that there's more abundance or it's a time of abundance for you, which is good. Now, it's not going to magically happen, so as I always say, you're going to have to do the work. And you start with the Chariot, the Five of Cups, and the Hierophant. The Chariot is about really taking control of your situation. The Chariot is a card of hard control. The Strength card is a card of soft control. So we really have to, grab onto the reins with the Chariot to make things happen. And one of the easiest things to do is be in alignment. So he has these stars up here, these moons right here, represents as above, so below energy. So he is in perfect alignment energetically with what he wants. So he does not speak negatively about his situation, no matter what it is. And, that's kind of like the secret with the Chariot. The other secret with the Chariot is to set yourself apart. So he is leaving behind something that he has always known, and the city behind him here, and he is going in a new direction. He doesn't really know where he's going. He just knows that he has to move in a new direction, plain and simple. So I feel that for a lot of you. You have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups can represent regrets, sadness, grieving the loss of your taste for wine, like he is here. He is sad because he has lost his taste for wine, the wine in front of him, but he needs to turn around and see these two cups, then he'll get this bridge in this castle over here. And so for a lot of you, the Five of Cups can represent kind of releasing, he is grieving the loss of the wine, but he no longer enjoys the taste of wine. So he is sad about losing something that he wouldn't even accept back into his life. So for a lot of you, this could be anything. It's like if you lost your job, it's like on one hand, maybe you're sad, but maybe you also know that you hated the job in the first place, right? And so the Five of Cups is about being grateful for what you do have and turning around and seeing that there are other options available for you. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is, I do feel we are definitely in a time of outside the box thinking. And sometimes I feel the Hierophant can be a little bit too inside the box. So if you're looking for solutions or, trying to get a job, for example, then, thinking more outside the box would be a good idea. It's like maybe you can't get the exact job you want, but maybe there's something that's like similar or in a different industry or, maybe you would have to move with the Chariot, but I would be opening to possibilities. In your next row, you literally have this card that says infinite possibilities on it. And you also have the Seven of Cups, which is kind of infinite possibilities. So, there could be a lot of possibilities for your future. And, again, I would just open up to those possibilities with this energy. But let's see. With the Chariot, you have the Four Swords. Four Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering. He is also hoping and praying for blessings. And there's a person who's blessing another person in this stained glass window on the card. So the Hierophant is blessing the two people in front of him. And you definitely maybe have been asking for something that you're about to receive. So if you have been praying or asking the universe for, a blessing or guidance or answers to problems, then there definitely could be some sort of blessing here. With the Five of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles is about resourcefulness. So the Five of Cups can say that you feel like you don't have something that you need. And the Queen of Pentacles says, well, actually, if you look harder, you do have the resources necessary to be very successful. But, maybe you think you need money for something, but maybe that's not true. Maybe there are ways to do or live your life in a way where you don't need money or where you don't need, this, that, or the other thing. So I would be opening up, again, to possibilities and being resourceful with the Queen of Pentacles. With the Hierophant, you have the Four of Pentacles. definitely outside the box thinking, for sure. The Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to the past, but he could be holding on too tightly to something that no longer serves him. I always, like, or I should say sometimes, I say that the Four of Pentacles reminds me, there was like a meme going around years ago where it was like a little girl, she was like holding on to a tiny teddy bear, and like Jesus was standing in front of her, or God or somebody, and he had a gigantic teddy bear behind his back. And the meme said, like, sometimes the thing you're holding on to is preventing you from what you actually want, right? Or something like that, right? And so that's what I think of with the Four of Pentacles. It's like sometimes we hold on to our limitations, or we hold on to something that is not even what the universe wants for us. So by releasing it, we're making space for the bigger thing. And I definitely feel that with the Four of Pentacles, and also like thinking outside the box, I think could be very helpful for you as well. Next, you have, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Toxic Triggers card. It says, find the strength to remove yourself from toxic influences in your life. I mean, that's always true. You have this Infinite Possibilities card. It says, you're on the right path. Favorable energies are guiding you at this time. Yes. And I feel there are a lot of possibilities in this reading. So I would just be open, flexible, which I think you are, Sagittarius. Not too worried about that one. But, I would be open to this right here. You have the Seven of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Magician. The Seven of Cups is kind of like being spoiled for choice, having infinite possibilities, or, having multiple directions that you can move in your life. Now, he is looking at those Seven Cups, and there are some good things and bad things in those cups. I like the Seven of Cups personally, but sometimes I also feel that we have to make a move, because you can dream about something all day long. You can think about the good and the bad that could happen, but until you actually take action, you have no clue how something is going to turn out. So I kind of feel this is saying, like, don't let a dream just be a dream, and don't think about just the bad things that could happen or go wrong. I feel you need to find out whether or not you can actually accomplish a dream or not. You have the Two of Swords. You have the Two of Swords, and then right next to it, you have the Six of Swords. The reason I'm pointing that out is because she has these choppy waters behind her on the Two of Swords, and I always say that really she needs to be thinking over here on this new island, not right here from her limited perspective. She actually has no perspective because she has a blindfold on. The blindfolds in the tarot can represent needing to pay attention to your intuition, but the Two of Swords to me is about third place solutions. She is thinking that this or that. Again, if you have a dream with that Seven of Cups, you might be thinking to yourself, it's going to go this way or that way with the swords, but really it's going to go a different way over here on that island. So that's why we should just get started on dreams. Most of the time we start something and it goes a completely different direction. I own businesses right now. I've had several businesses since I was 16 years old. My first business was cleaning fish tanks, right? And I can tell you pretty much every single business that I've ever started has not gone the way that I thought, right? Even this channel. Like, I started this channel, I had another business when I started this channel. I thought that business was going to be the thing that I would do. This was just a hobby. It still is. It's still just something I do for fun. Like, if I didn't, I don't need to do it, right? Wouldn't change my life, other than I wouldn't be reading for all you lovely people out there, right? But, I do this still for fun, right? But, this channel ended up being the thing that took off, right? And it's just how things went. It went a completely different direction than I thought. And it went over here. So I feel that for you, Sagittarius, where it's like, yeah, like understanding that, for the most part, things rarely go the way we think. I think that will allow you to kind of just like move forward without, judgment. It's like if we judge the situation too hard and we think like, oh, this business isn't going to work, or it needs to go this way, then we can't make those flexible decisions. And I feel like that's what the Two of Swords is saying. You have the Magician. The Magician is like a new beginning, or, sometimes I feel that Magician can represent having a new beginning. And we have the Ace of Wands right next to the Magician. So the Ace of Wands is a new beginning, or having a new beginning. And I feel for a lot of you that there is clearly a new beginning. And the Magician is also about reinvention. So it was kind of like with the Chariot, I was kind of feeling that it's like maybe there's a job, especially for those of you looking for a job or a business. It's like maybe there is something available for you, but it's not like in your industry. It would be like something else, But that's not a bad thing. That could be a good thing. So I would be flexible, like I said. The Magician is also a card of manifestation. So, and we are definitely in a good time for manifestation. So I would practice your manifestations. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment, or could be just getting a wish, and you definitely could be manifesting a dream or something that you're dreaming of with these cards. So it's nice to see the Nine of Cups for sure. With the Two of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, two nines together for me is a new beginning. So I look at two nines as newness, and they're definitely clearly with that Magician and the Ace of Wands right next to it is a passionate new beginning for you. The Nine of Pentacles is also great for abundance. It's a card of gratitude and luxuries. So there's clearly an opportunity for success coming in for you. With the Magician, you have the Six of Swords twice here. So we have Six of Swords, Queen of Cups. Definitely this reading is pushing you to move on to calmer shores, or to create positive change in your life. Next, in the area messages from your future self, you have this community card and this change card. Like I said, we already know that there is some sort of change coming in for you. A lot of community energy nowadays. I would say it's probably Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto and Aquarius is all about the collective, so anything we can do to benefit the collective is just going to benefit us, right? And so that could mean like working together with other people, supporting other people, and also I think something people forget is letting people support you is also a form of working with the community. Again, if someone helps you become successful, they are a part of that success. They get the benefits of that success. So by letting people help you, you are also helping them. So, I definitely feel this goes both ways with these cards. You have the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. I love two sixes when they come up together. Two sixes to me is a clue that you are on the right path. You are moving in the right direction in life, so that looks very good. The Six of Cups can also represent a turnaround. So the Six of Cups comes up sometimes, I feel, when we are bumping into an obstacle, and the Six of Cups can represent overcoming an obstacle or experiencing a turnaround, with an obstacle if you've been bumping up against something. So I always say, like, sometimes I feel it's a gift from the universe, and that's the gift that we are receiving, is overcoming an obstacle. You have the Six of Swords again, so moving on to calmer shores. Improvements coming in for you as well. Now, the Six of Swords, this woman and the child in this boat, they have nothing on them but the clothing on their back. They are not bringing anything with them across these choppy waters. So, sometimes I feel the Six of Swords is really a card of kind of like starting from scratch or going back to the drawing board almost, because they are leaving everything behind for the hopes of a brighter future. They don't even know if the other side is going to be better, right? And so there is a little bit of like blind faith, I guess, in this reading, where I kind of feel that energy where it's like if you're starting something new, or if you're thinking like, okay, I'm going to go get this job over here, there's some sort of blind faith involved with that. I feel it. And but I feel that it will go how you want. So it looks good. You have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. Ace of Wands is also out with the old and with the new. And the whole entire reading is basically saying that you are like, leaving something behind or leaving something in the past. Four of Pentacles, the Chariot, Six of Swords, the Two of Swords. All these cards are saying that you are moving towards a passionate new beginning. With the Six of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Amazing. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. It doesn't mean you're going to have that. It just means that you have the vision. I always say Ten of Pentacles forms the tree of life, which is like everything you want and desire in your life. I feel everybody should be doing this right now. Like, we are literally in a time where I feel everyone should at least have an idea of what their dream life looks like. Now, that doesn't mean it has to be perfect, right? But I think everybody should be thinking about what their perfect day is or what their perfect life would look like, and then work backwards. Start trying to create it from the smallest part possible. Even if your life is miserable, I say, like, what is the smallest thing you can do today to get closer to this? And then do that every single day and watch what happens. It'll change your life. So that's what I would do with that card. With the Six of Swords, you have the Knight of Pentacles here. Knight of Pentacles is slow progress, so I feel pretty good about this. Normally, I don't really like the Knight of Pentacles. He's too slow. He's not making any moves on the card, but I do feel you are making progress and moving forward. I also get a message here that you are like developing confidence. Sometimes, he has to plant seeds in this field behind him and they will grow. But he's not doing it. But I kind of feel like you are. I feel like you are planting these little seeds. And I think that's how we develop confidence. We have to like start small, make some improvements, and then those small little improvements give us more confidence. Then we make more improvements. And that's what I would be doing with this card is like, following those little improvements in life. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Lovers. Could be love for some of you. Not really a love reading. I feel this reading is more about you. But if you want love, there definitely could be a passionate connection that's coming in for you with the Lovers. The Lovers also represents a new path, though, and making a new choice in life. So you could be picking a new path or moving in new directions in your life with that card. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this unworthy card. It says, do you genuinely believe in your worthiness to attain the abundance you desire? The whole reading is about abundance, right? And so I feel it is coming up in the good stuff, which would say maybe you are starting to believe that you deserve this abundance. But, with the Five of Cups can be a little bit feeling unworthy. So I would work on that. You have this fear of failure card. It says your fear of failure can be very crippling, especially when it keeps you from even trying. Again, coming up in the good stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. But I definitely feel, one thing I will say about this week is we have this moon on the 12th, and the moon is a little bit of a tricky moon this month, on the 12th. The one at the end of the month on the 27th is actually pretty positive, but this one on the 12th this week of the 10th is a little bit tricky. So people might be, I kind of feel that fear energy. It's come up for other people as well. And so I think it would be a good week actually to face your fears and to work through those things. But again, coming up in the good stuff, not too worried. You have the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Hangman. The Queen of Cups is about trusting your intuition. And we have that Two of Swords. Again, the lady on the Two of Swords has that blindfold on over her eyes. The blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition. So coming up in the good stuff, I would say this is pretty positive because it would say that you are actually trusting your intuition instead of not listening to your intuition. The Queen of Cups is also about following your heart. So with the Ten of Pentacles kind of with the Queen of Cups kind of says your heart knows like what a fulfilling life would look like, and I feel you need to trust that with the Queen of Cups. You have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. Again, coming up in the good stuff, it would kind of say that you are walking away from things that no longer serve you and you are looking for fulfillment. He is kind of taking a risk. He is walking away from these 8 cups. So those 8 cups did provide him with something, but it just wasn't fulfilling. And that's why he's walking away. So he is it reminds me, this card always does remind me of the Four of Pentacles, but it's like this guy has decided to walk away. The Four of Pentacles is still holding on, right? He doesn't know if he's going to find fulfillment. He just knows that his situation isn't right. So I feel that. For a lot of you, it's like, you are taking the risk of walking away from something, knowing that you're not going to settle. You have the Hangman. The Hangman in the good stuff would say you're finally moving forward or you're finally creating progress in your life. So I do feel a lot of you could finally be progressing in your life or finally moving towards progress, which is good. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Star card. Amazing. Definitely. The whole reading kind of talks about a dream with the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. And the Star is about having the big vision. With the Star, we need to have a North Star, which is our guiding light. It's like that one thing we move towards or walk towards or create that changes our life. So definitely wish fulfillment in this reading. With the Eight of Cups, you have 2 cards. You have the Three of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, both cards make perfect sense with the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. Three of Wands is about kind of going on an adventure, but more specifically, he's adventuring into the unknown. The Seven of Swords is about doing things in a different way. The whole reading is basically saying that you could be doing something in a different way. Or, like the example I gave you earlier about this channel, it's like you could be doing something, working on a project, and it could be moving in a different direction, but that's okay. This says that you will get to your goal, even if it's not the same way that you're like thinking in your head. With the Hangman, you have the Six of Pentacles. Love it. I mean, literally my card of planting seeds. And I literally said on the Knight of Pentacles that it felt like to me like you are planting seeds, and the Hangman would be about forward movement. So it's like you're finally making progress, right? You have this Mountain Road card. It says you're on the road to success. There you go. So just keep on trucking here, Sagittarius. I feel like you just need to keep moving forward. I feel like you're going in the right direction. You have this dragon card. It says, beware of self-delusion. I think we're all delusional right now. We have Neptune in Pisces. Neptune will move into Aries this year, but it's going to retrograde back into Pisces. I don't really feel there's anything wrong with being delusional right now because we also have Saturn in Pisces. I encourage people to be delusional. I encourage people to take your wildest dream, multiply it by 1,000, and if you do the work, then you might make a lot more progress than you think. With Saturn there in Pisces with Neptune is the big delusional idea, but Saturn says if you do the work, you can get the reward. So if you multiply your dream by 1,000, are you going to get 1,000 times better than what you wanted? Probably not. But you might get 100 times better or 10 times better, which is better than what you originally wanted, right? So I'm a big believer in, Les Brown said, it's better to aim high and miss than it is to aim low and hit, right? So I'm a big fan of aiming high. You have this club card. It says someone will try to make you do something against your will. Mars retrograde. I would be careful of the types, especially during Mars retrograde. I would be careful of people who are basically saying to you, I need you to do this for me to be okay, right? A lot of times in life, people kind of put their own BS on us and they say the kind of the advice, or when they tell us not to do something, it's for them. It's not for us. So I would avoid that energy with this card. You have this chain card. It says chain of events that will affect your life. I feel like everything is adding up. It's all the dots are connecting in this reading here, Sag. You have this wedge card. It says someone is trying to come between you and a friend and something you want. Again, I would be careful of those people who say, I need you to do this so that I can be okay, right? They need to make themselves okay over there, right? And that's it. But pretty good reading, Sag. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.